Hello everyone, this is Mirvat, and for today's video I'm going to show you how I made these 3 crafts that you can make for both the Mother's Day and a birthday. I hope you like them, and let's get started. For my first craft I'm going to make a faux leather keychain. First I'm going to read my HTV. I'm using the Cricut Everyday Iron On. Here is my first part of my decal, and here is my second part of my decal. I use the same Everyday Iron On from Cricut. For my keychain today, I'm going to put HTV on both sides of my faux leather. Since I'm going to use a large hook, for me it's fine to do it now, but if you are going to use a hook like this, very small, then I prefer you put your hooks first before putting the HTV on. Because if you put the HTV on and then you have to put the hook, you have to reshape your faux leather and you might push hard on it like that. If you have your HTV on here, then you will be pressing on it and it might cause creases on your HTV and then it will not look nice. In my case, since my hook is going to be wide, for me here it's fine. For my keychain today, I'm going to use my mini heat press and I have to preheat it on low. First, we have to preheat our faux leather for 5 seconds. Take your time here. Now here, if we are putting only one layer, we can press each side for 30 seconds. But since I'm going to put 2 layers, I'm going to press it for only 5 seconds. Now it's cool to touch. I'm going to remove the liner, but I have to be very careful here because we didn't press it for the full time. And even if there was areas wasn't pressed fully, it's fine. We will press it one more time. As you can see here, it is not pressed for enough time. I'm going to press a bit here. I'm going to remove the other one. Now I'm going to check this piece here. Now for our second layer, we will try to remove as much as we can from this liner because it might make marks on our black one. Take your time to find the right place to cover the black vinyl too. I'm going to use the same liner. And here I'm going to do the same. I'm going to remove the extra liner pieces. Here I'm not going to put a lot of pressure because I do want the liner of the yellow vinyl to press on my black vinyl. And now I'm going to press for 30 seconds. I will let them cool completely, then remove the liners. Try to remove it slowly. Now I'm going to remove the liner of my yellow HTV. If you see any areas that were not pressed fully, you can press it for 10 more seconds. Since I have HTV, so I have to be very careful. I'm going to use my hot glue gun, but you can use any fabric glue or any glue you would prefer. Try not to put much and try to be fast as much as you can. Here I like to glue more here, so the hook will not go too down like that. It will stay up. And that's it. Now if you can see, my hot glue under the folder is not all at the same level. To make them all straight, we can repress it for 5 seconds. It's preferable that you press the side that doesn't have HV, but since I have HV on both sides, so I'm going to press it for 3 seconds on each side. I noticed that the parchment paper doesn't protect the HTV very well, so I'm going to reuse the same liner to protect it more. So I'm going to put these 2 layers first, and then we will press it for 3 seconds on each side to straighten it up. Now we're going to press the other side. And here, to make sure it is very straight, you can put it under something heavy, a book or something. I'm going to put it under my mat and press it until it cools down. Now it cooled down. I'm going to remove the liners, and that's it. All what I have to put now is my second piece, and that's it. My first craft is complete. Now for my second craft, I'm going to use this Libbey cup. First, I have to clean it with some rubbing alcohol. And here is my design. I'm using Oracal 651. You have to be careful here because I have very small pieces. Now I'm going to use a scraper to make sure that the transfer tape is sticking to the vinyl very well. I'm going to remove the backing. I feel like the Oracal 651 is very easy to work with, weeding or even like transferring it to the transfer tape. Take your time here because once we put the vinyl, we cannot move it. Hopefully it will be in the right place for me. Here, since my design is overlapping, so I have to put one side only. As you can see here, I have to keep this little away to be able to put this part. Now we can use the scraper. Now I have to remove my transfer tape very slowly because my transfer tape is new. Sometimes it picks the vinyl up back. So I have to take my time and remove it very slowly. Now here I have to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles under my vinyl. For my decal I'm using 2 colors, and here for my second part of my decal I'm using the Cricut Premium Permanent Vinyl. You can also attach them as I attach the flowers and put them all at once, but for me I prefer this way, to put them one by one, because it's easier for me. But you can use any way you prefer. My last one. And it's complete. I have an advice here. As you can see, my design is really intricate, so I prefer to make these gifts 1 week before gifting them, and I still put a note for the receiver that they can use this cup only after 3 days from the receiving date, so that I will make sure that my vinyl has cured completely and these pieces are not going to fall off. For my last craft, I'm going to make a ceramic coaster that matches with the Libbey cup. First, I have to clean the coaster with some rubbing alcohol. And here is my design. To sublimate on coasters, I always use the method from Cricut for their infusible ink. So I'm going to preheat my press up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And for the time, it's going to be 240 seconds. Now first, to prepare our coaster, we have to make sure that our coaster is completely dry. Second thing, make sure there is no dust at all in your sublimation paper. Now I'm gonna take my time to find the right placement for my design. And here I'm going to use heat resistant tape. Be careful, don't use any other tapes. You need to use the heat resistant tape. Two are enough, you don't need more, just to keep the paper secured. So here I have one piece of cardboard or cardstock, then 2 layers of the butcher paper, and now I'm going to put my design upside down, the same way I press my coasters that has the infusible ink sheets. And here also you can put a piece of butcher paper or even a parchment paper. This is a parchment paper. So now I'm going to put my heat press and I'm going to press it. Remember, here you have to put a mask and open a window or use a fan to protect yourself. Now we have to remove the press very slowly. I will let it cool completely before touching it. And now let us check the coaster. As I told you before, the first thing that you can know that you press for enough time that you can see the full design without removing the paper. Don't worry here, sometimes if you have tape it might look different on that side, but that's okay. Now before removing the paper, always check the sides. So I'm going to check from this side. As you can see, it's pressed enough. Check the other side, and here it's pressed enough. So now we can remove the tape. And here is my last craft. And that's it, my last craft is complete. That's it everyone for today's video. I hope you like it, and if you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments below and I'm going to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.